Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, it's Saturday
Hello.
night. The games are still going. The Avs lost again.
Stars
Time
lost
for bourbon
again.
and boarding.
Time for some bourbon.
Yep, some 1792 small
I'm,
batch, huh?
I'm finishing that off, this bottle, yeah.
I've got a big Sazerac
Oh,
rye.
Jesus. That's a big one. So that'll be done by the end of the night then.
Likely. I mean, when you're starting off with a pour like this.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're drinking tonight. I thought we should get that out the way first because we usually forget. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Mm. Yes, indeed. Well, welcome everyone out there in YouTube and Rumble lands. People are flooding in by the millions.
And
Servers
ones.
are servers are overwhelmed. If you can't get through right away, keep trying. We need your support.
Yes.
Yeah, we certainly do. It's been a rough day, hockey wise, for our teams. And Utah have just scored a second goal against the Knights. I'm
Oh, yeah?
psychic. I just knew that.
Nice.
The Utah
And with
Hockey
the Knights
Club.
getting beat up.
Oh yeah, Logan Cooley Goal. It's a strange name for a player. Imagine if you were a player called Goal. I mean, that would just be perfect.
I think he's on the waiver wire in our league.
He might be. I know a couple of. I've been tweaking my players because my dismal performance has become apparent. So
I'm leading by 11 points
I
somehow.
know
So.
my goalies are terrible. It's been a disaster. My goalie strategy
And you
didn't have
thought
the.
your goalies were gonna be
I thought they
the
would be
top
good.
10.
I really did. I thought they would be good. The only thing I'm winning on is hits, but by a distance. We'll take a look at that shortly, but yeah. Well, hell, let's look at the scores right now.
Yeah.
There's two games still
Current
on.
current scoreboard.
Current scoreboard: the Utah Magic Underpants are winning 2-0 against the hapless Golden Kniggets. Long may that continue. By the end of the game, the Knights will have assigned several players on LTIR and have brought in some new trades by the third period.
Yeah.
In the other game, the Sharks, who are on a roll right now, the Sharks are on
After
the
setting the record for
rise.
the only team to ever start the season with 9 straight losses, or was it 5 straight losses? 5 straight losses, right?
Was it five? I thought it was nine. Seven,
No, because they're
seven.
3, 7, and 2.
Yeah, but they've won three in
Well,
a row
yeah.
now. They started with
So
nine
3 so
losses.
yeah, it was 9
Yeah,
last year and this year. Yeah.
albeit only seven of them were regulation. Let's be fair. But
Turned it
they
around.
turned it around and they're currently beating the Canucks 1-0. Could it be four in a row for the Sharks?
But the
I'm
weird thing
sure.
is, what is wrong with the Canucks? I mean, they're
Oh,
playing more like we thought they should be last year.
yeah.
Because remember last year we were like, "What the hell is going on with the Canucks?"
Yeah, they've
And this
reverted
year
to
we're looking at them going, "What the hell is going on with the Canucks?"
they've reverted to their 500 norm.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So far.
I thought they would take a step forward this year. So far, they
Yeah.
have not.
It shouldn't be a problem for them playing in California. They both come from insane areas. So they should be like being at home. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
FKHC is happy the Sharks are doing well.
oh, I'll bet. I bet your Muslim uncle is. Yeah.
Hey, Pope.
Yeah, so Pope's here. Good to see you, buddy. I hope he's recovered from the Boston getting beaten. What was it, 8-2? Oh no, 8 zip.
Oh, is that? I didn't get to watch much of the games. Was that
Neither did the
who the
Boston
Caps were
players.
playing today? Because
No,
I saw the Caps jump out
it was a
real
few
big, real early.
it was a few games ago. It was like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
okay.
Boston got hammered like 8-1 or something.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that, Pope. Who else have we got? We got Tim, we got Mike, we got
Mike
Keeley.
Farlow,
Yeah.
Keely Chow,
Yeah.
FKHC, um, Silver Ogre came in earlier and dropped a like for us. And Smokey, of course.
Nice. Oh yeah, cool.
Just
Yeah,
wrapped up watching the Avs too. I'm
good.
sure.
Good to see you all. So the Stars went to Finland with the Panthers, and I put the Panthers. They even had 2 more days than the Panthers there, but the Panthers showed that they are the superior team in many ways. With a 6-4 win yesterday and a 4-2 win today. Admittedly, the 4th goal was an empty netter today. Too many Stars players, I think, thought they were on holiday because they were having a good time. And
Which team had the player that literally got traded to the team and had to fly over there for the first time that he's met the team?
That must have been the Panthers.
The
They had a
Panthers
guy.
had
Was
well,
it
if it wasn't one
Greer?
of your players, it had to have been theirs. So
Was it Greer? It might.
I don't know.
It wasn't. I don't think it was us. We had some. We had a. We've got a lot of rookies, but I don't think it was the first time any of them had played.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a rookie. It was somebody who
Oh, it
maybe a
wasn't us.
trade or something. But the player, the first time getting to the team, he had to fly 4,000 miles to
Yeah.
to join the team.
There's a new signing. Was it Greer?
WG for $10, I believe, on your side, right?
I see
8-2. See the Bruins lose to the Canes.
That's the
LOL.
one. 8-2 it was. Oh, so I was on. Thanks for rubbing it into this, but I was overest. I mean, the Bruins got 2 goals. I mean, I said 8-zip, but um, but yeah. So well done to WG, and thank you for the $10, WG. It's awfully good of you. I'm sure we will play some kind of video at some point for you to thank you. I got nothing lined up at this
We got
second
nothing
in time.
queued.
Nothing queued, although I could just quickly scroll down here. Well, you give him an advert. How about an advert?
Sure.
No one ever got better at hockey by bowling. More practice for you.
Show your commitment to the game with the U Plus Crazy Light from CCM. Get your fit on.
Always good value for money in a commercial OV. Thank you, WG, for that super chat. And he is getting closer to his holy grail. The holy grail.
Well, he got at least one more tonight, right?
Yeah, I think it was at 1. So what is he? He's nearly within 30 now. I think it's at 30.
You needed 40, 41?
Oh, I think he's in the 30s now, isn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
probably down to 38, 37, somewhere around there.
Knights have scored,
He's on
unfortunately.
pace to do it this season. He was on pace at the beginning of the week to tie the record. Not to pass it, but to tie it. Be funny if he has to play a whole nother season to get 1 goal.
Make him do it. I want that thing dragged out till he's 90. So I'm just looking at the signings. Spence. Oh, it was. Well, I know Spencer Knight played, but he wasn't new to the team.
I don't know.
Panthers. No, I don't know.
I was just listening in the background, and they were talking about somebody having to fly all the way over there to join the team for the first time. Not sure who it was.
Quite frankly, he needn't have bothered. They didn't need him. First night of the first game was the Stars didn't turn up at all in the first period.
Yeah.
They fought their way back a little by the end of the game, but they were just, and then the goaltending made the difference because Ottinger had one of these off nights and Bobrovsky didn't. Well, he did lose 4 goals, but
I was kind of wishing that Bobrovsky was going to get to play both games because
I know.
Well, he could have used the 2 wins.
He would have had an easy night tonight then if he had played. But
yeah,
So two straight losses for the Stars, and I think because a lot of our games so far this year have been between us and lower teams, like below 500 teams, and we've looked quite good. Well, we were pretty exposed against the Panthers, so not good. Lovely for the people of Finland, though. They had a lovely time. So,
yeah, those things seem to draw.
Oh, it was fun. Yeah, it looked like it was a lot of fun. The arena was buzzing. Lots of. I mean, the Panthers have got like 5 Finnish players as well, so there's a lot of Finnish players, a lot of family and whatever.
Who was it? Was it Heiskanen that tripped coming out onto the ice to do his?
He did. He stood on a puck. Stood on a puck. Yeah.
We probably should have pulled.
We should have shown that.
Yeah. So they give him a special lap for being, the home country boys, and they get to go out early and do a lap before the rest of the team comes out. He's the first one out. They spill all the pucks down to start the warm up, and he trips.
Yep.
It's got to be slightly embarrassing.
Schnurdy-gurdy. Yeah, it looked pretty embarrassing, I have to say, but he recovered well. He's usually pretty impassive, so at least he got noticed, unlike Rope Hintz, who was missing, presumed absent through both games.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for Tyler Seguin now because he missed today's game through injury. He had a good season so far, but he's already missed like 3-4 games. Something's not right, so it's a shame because he's playing really well. But yeah, he missed it today, so yeah, not good. Anyway, feel bad for him, because he's fought his way back over the last couple of years from 2 surgeries and whatever.
Yeah,
but he's got something niggling at him. It could be just maybe it's his gentleman is worn out from getting married recently. Not that it wasn't worn out before. Not that it wasn't worn out before. Bruins. So see, they made up for it, Pope. The Bruins won 3-0 today against the hapless Flyers.
Was that Swayman in net?
Was that Swayman in net? Well, I would have to. I'll have to. That.
Let me go check.
I'll have to.
I can get it on my phone.
No, he was not in net today.
Oh, well, that explains it then.
Yes, he was not.
He held out, got paid, and then has
collapsed for delivering. And he was one of my picks in at least one of my leagues.
You don't pay a guy who's never played a full season as a starter.
Yes, exactly. He can't handle the truth. So Blackhawks actually beat the Kings today, and the Kings have been playing pretty well, but the Blackhawks got a win, so fair play to them.
Trying to get back to 500.
Exactly. They don't want that. They want tank. They got a tank. They need another top draft pick. The Capitals, indeed, 7-2 against the Blue Jackets. 8-2-0 is their record now.
5 goals in the first period.
Yeah.
I mean, you had guys on automatically on hat trick watch in the first period, like the first 15 minutes of the first period.
Yes, quite incredible, really. That I did not expect that from them. Did not expect it, but they're playing well.
I mean, the Blue Jackets are playing right at 500, just below it. But the Blue Jackets aren't exactly a
touch below 500.
A great team.
Still not too bad when you think about that, though. If 500's good for them.
No, there's a lot of teams with weird records at the moment.
Weird. Senators beat the Kraken. So the battle of the 500s there, absolutely.
Yeah.
3-0. The Red Wings, which we've got something funny to talk about, have we not?
Yeah.
They actually managed a win today, 2-1 against the Sabres in Detroit. So I guess they're hovering at 500. And then the Penguins beat the Canadiens. They got a good fight from that one. And much as I don't like the Blues, they did beat a team that it's always fun to see getting beat. The Blues beat the Leafs.
And Berube's return to St. Louis.
Indeed. So, fuck you, I think was the message. And then some team called the Predators are obviously getting their shit back together, and they beat the Avs 5-2. They beat the Avalanche B team.
Yeah. It seems like we talk about this every year, but yeah, the Avs, again, we're playing 6 rookies right now. A guy who played tonight was drafted just a couple months ago, 217th out of 225 picks.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes,
we're scraping the bottom of the barrel right now just to put a team on the ice. And
called
there's
him-
no relief in sight.
Yeah, this is a guy that probably thought he'd be playing in like Pig's Knuckle, Arkansas for 3 years.
Yeah.
Hello.
Well, I mean, he is a 20-year-old, so he had already gone through 2 drafts. So he's one of those that's, you know, kind of on the older end of the draft.
Yeah.
It's not like we're throwing an 18-year-old out there. But so, I mean, he's got the size and he's got, you know, he's got the hitting ability, all that kind of stuff. He didn't look too bad, actually. But, I mean, when you're giving up your bottom 6 forwards right now to injury and at least one of your defensive pairings to injury, there's not much you can do.
You never know. He might seize the opportunity and turn out to be a good pick in the end. And I mean, Joe Pavelski was a 7th round pick, so you know,
yeah,
it could
and
happen.
He does have a very Russian name, Propovich or something like that.
Prophylactic.
Yeah,
no, prophylactic.
So I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey,
it just sucks. It doesn't feel like the Avs have had a healthy roster once since the Cup win.
I mean, fair,
well, we technically haven't because Landeskog hasn't touched the ice since the Cup win.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team, too, just cannot seem to stay healthy.
To be fair, they weren't all injured. One of them was suspended.
Yeah, there's that guy, too.
We'll talk about that in a minute, too. But just a quick glance at the rankings, although there is still 2 games underway. Panthers got gifted 4 points, so they're looking good. They have 4 points in the last 2 days. 5-game winning streak. Yeah, nothing unexpected there, I don't think.
No.
The Lightning, though, playing a little better than I thought they might.
Better than I expected, yeah.
Yeah. Leafs still like a bad social disease hanging around in 3rd.
Like a first-round sweep.
That's right. Yeah, likely first-round sweep by the Detroit Red Wings. No.
No.
That would be funny. That would be the funniest thing ever. I don't really think it's yeah. I mean, the rest of these are probably roughly as expected. I'm not unexpected that Boston are playing pretty badly. I mean, they're kind of past their window, but
I don't know. I mean, they were the best team in hockey 2 years ago.
Yeah, you know, Pope supports them. So what do you expect?
They do have a tendency to get rental players from what it seems like for the past 2 seasons, trying to keep that window open, but not necessarily holding on to their rentals afterwards. So
yeah, but there's the Caps, top of the Metro. Carolina Hurricanes, 5 wins in a row after a poor start. Picking it up now. Picking it up.
The Caps is shocking. The Devils and the Rangers, exactly where I thought they'd be 1 and 2. Carolina's come back. I mean, we were talking about them last week, kind of not quite living up to expectations, but they're climbing out of it.
Coming back now, yeah. I think the Caps are the surprise. The others are roughly as expected in the Metro so far.
Mm-hmm.
In the West, well, the Stars' 2 losses haven't helped. The Jets still looking pretty good. Only 1 loss.
26 goal differential at this point. Hellebuck is absolutely destroying everybody.
Yeah. I wonder who's got him in our fantasy league.
That would be me.
Wild.
They sit him quite often.
They do.
He gets a lot of days off.
Quite right. He's earned it. Got to give the other teams a chance.
Not for my fantasy team. He hasn't earned it. I played him every night.
The Wild have been improving, so fair enough.
I don't expect that to
Yeah.
to hold out for even half the season.
No. Stars, yeah, we'll see. Play Chicago next, and yeah, they should win, but that's got trap written all over it after 2 bad losses. Utah 4th, Blues 5th. Avs are, as you say, are struggling with some stuff. The Preds
Yeah.
at the bottom, though. Preds at the bottom.
That was, it's completely unexpected. I
Yeah.
just don't know if, is it those players just can't mesh together? Because
Some good players in there. Yeah.
But yeah, Avalanche, I'm just hoping they hold on to about 500 until about November, 20th, 25th.
Yeah.
So got another half a month, and then reinforcements should be coming in force.
Good.
Then it'll be a question of, you've got the media facing, portion of the Avs saying, yeah, we'll invite Nichushkin back in, open arms, no problem. How will it actually work with the teammates is the question.
Well, there is that, yes. It remains to be seen. So,
And Landeskog, even if he can't play at the level he will be used to, which I fully expect he won't, he'll probably be a 3rd or 4th line player at this point. Just having him back for any amount of time would be
a miracle. Yeah.
Just kind of a boost to the team, I think, even if it's one of those things like when Forsberg came back for us and played like 2 or 3 games and just said, I tried, I did everything I could. It's not there anymore.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping it's still there, but just getting him on the ice would be nice one more time.
I hope so. I really do hope so. And hope he manages to have some kind of a career, at least for another couple of years,
One of the best captains in the league.
Yeah.
There's not many people that say, yeah, I just hate Landeskog. I mean, he's just a well-liked player.
Well, I mean, I absolutely loved him when he was a Kitchener Rangers player. So.
Yeah.
Knights have scored, so they've tied it up at 2 each.
Tied it up, huh?
So Knights are top of the Pacific. Kings still going okay, It's not 6-3. It's not bad. Flames picked up a little bit. Canucks are dropping. The Oilers are still struggling. They're bang on 500.
Yeah.
Long may that continue.
But there is only one team in that division that has got a plus goal differential.
Yeah, and it's the Knights, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weakest league. Obviously the weakest division.
Yeah. I mean, outside of what Edmonton ends up doing usually, they are by far the weakest division, I think, currently.
Yes. The Sharks are breathing down the necks of the Ducks now. And let's just check. Tonight they are tied against the Canucks.
1-1, end of the second.
Yeah. So let's have a look at our fantasy league. As you say, you are 12 points ahead at the top of the league.
So somehow I gained today.
You gained 3. You're absolutely killing it on goals, wins. You're top of both of those. You're second on shots and hits. Third
plus
on
minus
plus
third.
Minus.
Yeah. And then tied for second or tied for third in shutouts because it looks like somebody else got a shutout tonight.
What?
There must have been. Well, go to
Smokey's got. Oh,
Kocho's
got
up to 3.
now.
Who does he got?
Who
does he got on his team?
Let's see, Kocho's Corpusalo.
Yep, that's from the
functional
game
Boston
we were talking about earlier.
The functioning Boston goalie has.
Yep.
So he's got that one. Yeah. Who else
but then
got?
Who? The other 2?
Noel, Detroit is not great. Skinner
has Skinner had shutouts, or I'm not sure which ones he's gotten them from. I guess it could be one from each of them or something.
Hang on, let's figure it out. Season totals. They've all got a shutout.
They've each got one. Okay. that makes sense because it's like, no, neither of those guys has thrown up 2 at this point.
No. Korpisalo is the semi-functional Boston goalie at the moment. Yeah, let's flip back then. Sorry, went the wrong way. That's what she said. Live standings. So
Well,
yeah,
just do
you're
today's stats and let's look at what happened today.
You're
'Cause
well
this
out
was
on
a busy
top.
day.
Today's stats. Well, you went up 3. Mikey is second, and he did go up a couple. I actually I plummeted from my earlier lofty position, but today I did add 4.5 back, including 3 of those were shots on goals. So maybe some of my tweaking has helped. I have to say I've left a few players out this week, though, because I'm trying to keep my totals down.
Yeah, I wanted to go over that with everybody in the league to make sure that everybody understands it. So here, transition real quick and I'll take control. So, because Basco wasn't here last year, I know Bell knows it. Cocho wasn't here last year. There's a few people who weren't here last year. So you only have a certain number of games that can be played at each position. Right now, Basco has played the most games played of any of the team managers, I guess. You're at second. There's a lot of us bunched up there in the 130s. Then there's a whole bunch in the 120s, and then the bots are all laying in wait. So make sure when you're looking at your team, we'll just look at mine for example. So if you go all the way down, right now I'm projected to have too many games for +5 games for my centers, +7 for my left wingers, +6 for my right wingers, and then -7 for my D. So you only get to play until the remaining games are gone. So like in my case, I actually need to start playing, probably pick up another defenseman or 2 and start playing them to get that back closer to a 0 and not play. The weird thing is like having the what was the Tuesday thing that they called it? What
Frozen Frenzy.
Having, I mean, you've got every player going. And on a day like today, like I have every position going.
Yeah.
So it's just chewing up games early on these nights where we have every team playing or almost every team playing.
Yeah, it's not good.
But you do want to make sure you're watching your games played and your games remaining to where you don't run out before the end of the season, but you also don't want to leave things on the bench there. So
Mikey's saying he's lower, and he is actually looking pretty good. I'm looking at Mikey's. He's under 11 on the goalies, so he needs to get his goalie game together. He can play more goalie games, but he's not that much over.
Mike's 7 games played behind me, and in second place. So yeah, but goalie games played. Yeah, Mike.
So I've been
Mike all the way down at 13.
So all
I've
week
got 22.
I have been leaving players out all week, but I'm still quite high on a couple of them. You know, wingers I'm high up on. Yeah, so.
Now, Mike, the other thing you may want to consider, though, is what was going on with my team last year. My numbers for my goalies actually got worse because I decided to go ahead and try to play out the number of games. Because if you start off real good and get through half the season or 3/4 of the season with a whole bunch of not played goalie games, sure, you're not going to get the wins column, but your goals against average and your save percentage might be saved by not having, as many games.
That's true. Yeah. Quality, not quantity.
Because last year, if I had left the goalies on the bench at the end of the season, I probably would have taken second or first because my goalies in the last 3-week stretch of the season just collapsed completely. And my save percentage and my goals against average skyrocketed from being in first place to being in like 8th place in those last 3 weeks. So there's interesting ways to play that.
Yeah, and it's good. This is the one thing about the rotisserie league as opposed to the head-to-heads. There is more thinking has to be done about that. You don't, in the head-to-head, you just play everybody pretty much, all the time. You don't really have to think about that as much.
Yeah, you just, every player needs to be going.
Yeah, here it can make a difference. Yeah.
Yep.
So let me just transit back to. Yeah, so anyway, you're still top. You're 3 points up on the day. I'm 4.5 up in the day. So I'm creeping up a bit. So I'm right up behind Bell. I'm pressing up behind Bell.
Uh-oh. She probably doesn't feel anything.
She doesn't feel a thing, yes. Poor me.
Yeah, your goalies are...
My goalies have not
Your
been
goalies
good.
are not doing that bad. I mean...
Well, they could be better, but I'm still 12, 11, 5. I'd take that. This is all pretty good from the hits onwards. And I was actually bottom on plus minus and assists, and I've tweaked to my players a bit, and I'm starting to climb up those a little. So
yeah, there's
we'll
just
see.
not a lot of players to tweak with right now. It's whoever somebody else is throwing away.
Well, you got to watch for the hot ones that might just pop up.
Yeah.
You know, there's always 2 or 3 you should play about with all the time. Just,
Yep.
but unfortunately, the bottom team happens to be someone close to you.
I don't know what she's doing.
She's given up. I think she's given up.
No, she's still doing it. She just, I don't know that she's got anybody who's actually going to do her any good. I mean, she did pick up some players. She's got, she's got great right wingers.
Oh, well, there's her problem. She's got Ottinger.
One great. What's that?
She's got Ottinger. That's her problem.
Yeah.
He didn't lose today, though. He didn't play today. So.
And apparently she went out and picked up a goalie for the San Jose game tonight that only 9% rostered.
Marc-Andre. Oh, he still loves, yeah. And she's got Marc-Andre Fleury, who, much as he had a lovely beloved return to Pittsburgh, isn't going to play that often.
No. I mean, she's got to get another goalie to have any kind of hope of doing anything.
There are a couple of them. There are a couple on the list. I noticed there are a couple of starters still on the list. So,
well, and she got unlucky with Celebrini getting injured in his first start.
Yeah, but she needs
to put him on the IR. I've told her that.
That's the other thing.
Understands it. So
for anyone that's watching that doesn't know, if the player is officially IR, you can take them off the bench and put them on IR, and then you can go pick another player up for free. So, yeah.
So don't leave IR players just in your lineup. Put them on the IR.
She's got a more balanced team than she had, though. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's starting to get there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the league. Brahma is just killing it, and I suspect it's an inside job.
It doesn't mean much. I led the league for like 3/4 of the year
last
year.
I tweaked hard.
I mean, it was literally when we looked at the chart at the end of the year, it was me up here the whole time, and the last 3 weeks, me go down to third.
Down, yeah. So anyway, that's
it can be won at it can't be won at this point. It can be won anytime in that last month. Everybody's scrambling and things change.
So we should we got a few clips to play. I think we should start with there was clearly a lot of people didn't know about it, but there was a rule change in the NHL this week. They're trying out the new multi-puck concept to try and increase offense in games.
It's like pinball.
Yeah, hang on. So this was the result of that, of course. Watch closely.
Rossi's going to go on the attack on this loose puck. Now watch when he goes behind the net. See that puck went off the end wall? There's another puck out there. Look behind the net. And Rossi's smart enough to go, okay, this one's close enough to me. I'll go for the wrapper.
I'm just going to tuck this.
I'll just pick this one.
Going, hey, that other puck is out of the zone. Where did you get that one?
So yes, the multi-puck concept. I've been asking for this for years. I think there should be two pucks during the game normally, and then in overtime just throw a whole bag of pucks out.
Yeah.
And first to score wins.
No, don't do first to score. Throw out 5 pucks. Whoever gets the majority of pucks into the other team's net wins.
First to score third. First to be the third to score.
And do it at 5-on-5.
Yeah. So that was a rule change I can get behind. We need more offense. The chaos theory. Chuck as many pucks out there as possible. And I'm assuming that goal didn't count.
Yeah.
Even the player himself didn't really think it counted. He just kept skating on. after he'd put it in the net.
Maybe he was just trying to get it out of the field of play and figured, well, the net's a good place for it to be, and then we can continue with our offensive push.
Exactly. Yeah, we got a lot of fights this week. We had a lot of fights last week. We got more. So got a couple of clips of this. Hail TZ Burton. Good to see you.
Howdy, TZ.
This is Ryan Lomberg absolutely pounding the shit out of somebody.
Out of somebody.
Some bloodied mess that used to be a player.
There's a big hit up in the corner before it happens.
Yeah.
Well, Lomberg looks half his size.
And he's getting the left, saying that's really good. Who's he hitting? Oh, Bastian. Okay. Bastian.
Watch the initial hit, though, because
here we go.
Pay attention up by the Safeway signs.
Yeah. Oh,
Here it comes. There.
Yeah. Now I've got a closer up version of this, I think. Feisty little thing, Lomberg. Didn't know that. This is, I think, a little bit closer to the action. Or is it not? Maybe it's not. Maybe that was the close one.
Do anybody any good if he's not
same clip.
Looks like the same to me. Yeah, exact same clip.
It's going to be a fun night.
Okay, there's a little more.
You get the replay.
So there's the hit.
Lomberg comes in after that. You got to give Bastian credit, though. I mean,
and
sticking up for his teammate, even though he knows it.
I mean, yeah. Lomberg was the offender.
Lomberg deserved to have that hit on him because
he did.
Basically hit a defenseless player that was already on the ground.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Lomberg wasn't the good guy here.
He's not the hero.
He's not the hero, but I guess it's the last man standing that gets to write history.
Yeah,
and he was. Yeah. What else have we got? Oh yeah. Do we want some more fights?
Yeah, we might as well just go through the fights real quick.
Let's go through the fights quick. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man, this is the Bacon and Bourbon chat. I wish it was the Bacon chat. I'm starving. Oh yeah, now Tom Wilson is not a man that most of us care for. I think he's not even a man his own mother could love, but
that may be a little bit far.
Maybe a little bit harsh. Yeah, I mean, from whatever state penitentiary she's in, I'm sure she loves him. That was a joke, by the way, YouTube. I wasn't meaning to imply his mother's.
You getting ready to bite him on the neck?
So anyway, Wilson doesn't come out too well here. Yeah, there's a bit of biting going on. I don't think there's any audio here, which is fine. So there we go. And now Anderson really just decides he's had enough, and Wilson's on the ground. He gets a few good rights in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wilson looked a little bit worried there, I have to say. So well played to Anderson. He fed him his lunch, as it says here. YouTube has no sense of humor yet.
I've got one from tonight. Michael Isamont didn't let Jacob Lauka get a word in. Nope. I don't know what just happened, but it doesn't want to transition. There we go.
That's what they say.
Hopefully we got the audio. There we go.
Oh.
8 punches off before Lauko could even stand up straight. And he's having trouble.
Now he can't stand up straight at all. Oh, he was outclassed.
Firing off against him right away. There was a collision in the corner. Asamont not shy. He's had a scrap or two already this year.
Here we go. Okay.
Collision, little pushing and shoving.
Wasn't that big of a hit.
There's nothing to it. Yeah, there's nothing to that.
I don't even know if those are connecting in the beginning.
They're not, but he's getting 8 of them in.
Looked like he whiffed on about 6 of that 8.
Yeah. Should have used the Star Wars Outlaws approach. Hit them on the back of the helmet.
Right.
Yeah, good one. I got there's another cracker I've got here. Let me just line it up first.
Alrighty.
I got 2 views of this one. I want to show the far away. This is the one I've got the far away and the close. These ones are far away. These ones are big. This is Jeremy Lausen getting absolutely insanely punched by Vasily Podkolzin, which is a name I can never pronounce. I'll just say Vasily. It's a lot easier. So let me try Vasily. He punches him Vasily in this one.
Lauzon can throw. He can really throw.
Not in this one, he can't.
Podkolzin dropping Lauzon.
And the blood already.
I did not see that coming.
There's more coming.
Podkolzin. This is unreal. Lauzon got the better of him initially. And then Podkolzin out of nowhere came over the top.
Boom.
There it is there.
That's a big one.
That righty.
Oh.
2 of them. There was a 2-piece. So hopefully Lauzon.
I think it was the first one that did the damage.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you want to see that in slow-mo, and we always want to see it in slow-mo.
Take another look at it. That's the one that got. Take
Boom.
another look at
There
it.
you go.
That's the one that got him on the button and knocked his helmet off.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot thing. Oh my. The head went up in the air.
Podkolzin.
Drew blood.
Yeah,
Take
cut him
another
real
look at
good
it.
right above the
That's
eye.
the one that got him on the button.
So they're busy going, yeah, Lauzon's a big hitter. Lauzon's a great hitter. Okay. Fair enough.
If you say so.
If you say so. Nobody spoke to Vasily about that. Yes, ouch, indeed. It's all fights.
I'll throw another fight up there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Pavel
It's all fights.
Buchnevich.
Try saying that when you've had that whole bottle of bourbon.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Another penalty called here. And now they go after Neighbors.
Neighbors. Everybody likes good neighbors.
They're kind of fighting. Now they're
Frenzy.
going.
Frenzy. Oh, right in the back of the head.
Yep. Also didn't last very long, but lots of scrum action, lots of
Yeah, vicious but fair.
very big hit. It kind of had a little bit of everything.
It was. It's nice. They're all good friends later.
Sure.
Yeah. So there was a fight in the final seconds of the Montreal-Pittsburgh game tonight, following what could have been a fairly bad hit. So let me just cue this up. This one here. There we go. Transition, goddamn you.
Ago, the Penguins hit the ice looking to just snap a skid.
So there's the knee-to-knee, or potential knee-to-knee.
Yeah.
And Nola Chari's going to draw a crowd here in the final seconds. Jack-Eye went after.
A fairly nice rumble, general Stramash.
Graves. Here we go. Graves is going to
And a breakout.
Jaden Struble. Look at Graves just hammering Struble. And he takes him down. Ryan Graves.
He's got the hair for it as well. I think it helps when you've got the flowing here.
Yeah.
But there was something going on over here. And that looked like it was over, and then boom.
He's going to drop it with Jaden Struble. Look at Graves just hammering Struble. And he takes him down. Ryan Graves.
I have to say, the original hit did look pretty bad. It was a knee on knee.
Yeah.
So.
And I've got one that the original hit, there's no fight, but there is an injury. And it's like, I'm shocked that this actually produced an injury. But then you look at it a little bit closer when they do the slow-mo, and you'll see why. But it's a weird one. Mike Riley taking a hit from Jordan Greenway. I mean, they say big hit, but when you see it, I'm not sure what they're seeing as big. It looks like a fairly innocuous hit to me, but happens right here in the lower corner. That was the hit.
That's nothing. Yeah.
But he goes completely unconscious. He's out.
I want to see that a bit closer.
They'll show it. It's a bit of a longer clip, but
it didn't seem that bad.
Here comes the Buffalo trainers. They're coming out to help out.
It's not like
yeah, I don't know what Mayfield's yelling at Greenway about, because it's like I barely touched him.
It was just probably a bad stumble.
No, what it turns out to be is he lands completely on his head.
Oh, right.
Knocks himself unconscious.
It was not a bad hit. I mean, it's bad result, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly not as bad as
Here's the replay with a different view. It's not a big hit.
That's not a bad hit, no.
But he lands on his head.
Yeah, shit.
He just gets kind of elevated to where he's going down horizontally or going down with his head horizontally or vertically instead of horizontally. And he got up and he was able to, but look how woozy he is. He's completely out of it.
He's going to get the old concussion protocol. I expect he'll miss a couple.
I don't think they need the protocol on this one. He doesn't know where he is.
Well, isn't the protocol they get them in the back and they slap them a few times and see if they respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, he felt that. He's okay.
It was just a weird one because it was like that was about as light a hit as you can place on somebody, and
yeah, it wasn't a bad hit. It's just unfortunate, but I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard, but I mean, it doesn't seem like anything other than probably a concussion.
It's clearly not as serious as Connor McDavid getting tripped and hurting himself.
Yeah,
clearly not as serious as it.
Or LeBron James, getting a sprain in his finger.
I splintered it. Right, this is, I have no idea. Trust me, I have no idea which kids league in which part of the world this is. But this is this, the headline on this Twitter of this was, is this clean or dirty? You be the judge.
Yeah, I remember seeing this one. A little bit loud.
I applaud that kid. Perfect. He saw it coming.
It's awareness, and he probably could have gone without lifting the shoulder afterwards to complete the flip. But it's awareness. Why take the hit when you can duck it?
I'd like to know what everybody else thinks of that.
I think clean. I think
clean as hell.
Maybe he could have been nicer about it by not. But I mean, when I played soccer, we had crap like this all the time. There was one time where a guy just, completely fell on top of me after I had done like a slide tackle, and he wouldn't get off me. So all I did was stood up, and he was dangling around my shoulders, and I got a card for it. It's like, what do you
want me to do? Yeah,
I'm supposed to just lay there under him.
Yeah, but great awareness by this guy.
But that's here. It's like, what do you want? I'm supposed to just take a hit into the wall? If I don't have to take a hit, why would I?
So he's clearly stunted the growth of that other kid, that's for sure. But,
well, the hockey players and hockey people in the chat have weighed in clean.
I'm just trying to read this. People saying clipping. The act of throwing the body across or below the knee was nothing to do with knees.
He was under his waist. He wasn't under his knees.
Yeah.
It's not like clipping in football is when a lineman, just dives at your lower legs and takes your legs out.
Smaller player defending himself, as Steve Yzerman. Well, it's not Steve Yzerman, but says here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. I think that's the same Yzerman account that we that I was telling you about with the Shoresy clip.
Yeah, McCarty dangles. Yes. Yeah, I think it's I think that kid's got a future. I mean, the one that's staying on his feet.
I
Not
think
the
we
other
saw
one.
about 20 of those exact same types of things in Mighty Ducks, even.
That's
I
right.
mean,
Yeah. I think that was okay. So maybe some fighting
non-violent.
stuff. Non-violent. But Brant Clark of the Kings is playing pretty well. So well that I've picked him up in a couple of my fantasy teams because he seemed to be lying around doing nothing. So he's making a bit of a name for
That's
himself.
awesome.
Yeah.
The quick change. Area
Nice
pass,
little
horse
spinorama.
He avoids.
Yep. And
Oh,
then the
that's-
pass,
Yeah.
And then
easiest goal ever.
Oh yeah. But and he's a great stick handler.
And it's now 4-0.
Great. Yeah. So Brant Clark doing some nice things. In fact, this is a slightly different view of that, but I've gone to the trouble of saving it. So what the hell?
Right.
Well, clearly somebody had just scored. And he scored again. But yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that was.
So keep an eye out for Brant Clark. He seems to be going pretty well. Don't bother picking up in the fantasy teams I've got him. Actually, I might not have him in our team. I don't know. In our league.
In our league.
I might not have him in our league. But he's starting to pick up some points and play well. So, and it's not a player I'd heard of or thought about. So,
no,
I wasn't entirely sure who he was, but he's doing well right now. It's nice to see some plays occasionally. We do have to talk about this hit though. And the
Steinberg.
Yes, the Steinberg. I mean, isn't that a piano? I mean, if you're hit by a piano on the ice, clearly that is illegal.
This was a weird sequence because Cooper, did his usual whining thing and tried to get a second 5-minute major out of this. And it will depend on what it actually shows as to, I can point out, where they're looking for the other one. But
yeah, so let's take a look at this, and everyone can give their opinion on whether they think it was a bad hit or not.
Earlier in the game,
he leaves his feet there, Dave. He's coming in, he's hunting him.
He's definitely off his feet.
If he had not left his feet, it would have been a clean hit.
Yeah.
That's
and even
that was
then
just getting overexcited as a rookie and having somebody completely lined up.
But even then, it wasn't that bad. It's the fact he was off his feet that made it look worse. But still, off his feet is bad. But
see the trajectory coming up. Oh yeah, he's clearly off both feet here.
So the outcome, what was the outcome?
Kind of
game misconduct, 5-minute major, and a 2-game suspension for that for a rookie.
Right.
He did get called charging, Mike. I mean, they made the right call there. There was another hit right before that was actual boarding, numbers facing and getting him completely into the boards. So Cooper was trying to beg for his second 5-minute major. They wanted a 5-minute 5-on-3 from, I think the other hit was more egregious. This one, yes, you could call it charging because he leaves his feet. But yeah, it was kind of an all around wild little sequence of events with like 3 or 4 huge hits all happening. Boom, 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 boom.
I mean,
no, I don't think he should have gotten the suspension at all.
I mean, even if there was I don't agree with the suspension either. And even so, I might have said 1.
The only thing I can think is that he's a rookie. He's been making big hits. He's got like 20 penalty minutes, in just the handful of games that he's played. And there may be a flyer out on him saying, yeah, make sure we get this guy under control. Kind of like they did with Rempe when it's like, yeah. But I mean, I'm loving watching this guy play. I'm sad that he's been out for 2 games or is sitting out the 2 games because he plays like a guy we used to have, Cody McLeod. Real small guy.
I remember the name.
But would fight everybody and hit everything. I mean, just that was his game. He'd put in a few points, but he wasn't really an enforcer so much as he was just always pinging off of somebody. He was getting his hits in every game, and he was willing to fight if he had to. And, he just played a rough, scrappy little game. So I'm
I
going
don't
to keep
know.
my eyes on this guy because, yeah, he's bouncing all over the place. Just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know if they mentioned it as a hit. Didn't see mention in the NHL player safety thing of a head hit. They just said charging.
Yeah, they just called it an egregious charging.
Because I'm not sure it even turned out to be a head hit in the end, even though he had lefty skates. It wasn't even that hard a hit. I didn't think. If he hadn't left his skates, it would have just been a hard check, really.
It's just a, sandwich into the glass.
Yeah.
The guy did go out for, I think, the rest of the game. So that may have been a portion of it.
Probably.
But you already gave him a game misconduct, so he's already out. I mean, he's already basically suspended for the rest of that game. I don't see where the 2-game suspension comes from player safety on that.
Anyway, he'll learn from that, I'm sure.
Learn that on your first offense he gets suspended. So then,
don't leave
how
your
likely
skates.
are you to continue to play the game the way you were?
Don't leave your skates.
Or just leave one.
This was the same game, I think, but this is some nice Kucherovs.
The Kucherov assist,
indeed.
If you can. McKinnon's 140 points normally would win him a scoring title, but not last year. That belonged to this guy who's got the puck right now, and the goal tonight. Back, and they score!
Not bad.
What a feed from Kucherov. Dropped it back.
No, what's bad about it is this was Capo Kakinen's first game for us, and he allowed, much like our starting goalie, Georgiev, he allowed 3 goals on the first 5 shots of the game.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
I mean, sure, this one was pretty nice on the dish off, but he wasn't tracking the puck for crap. He thinks the puck's behind him on the other side of the net.
Well,
not
in
even
a sense,
looking.
he's trying. Yeah, he's going that way. He's looking right over there.
The puck never went there.
Yeah, it was already back here. The poor bugger. Yeah, but nice play. Yeah. Knocking the Avs. Nice play.
Kakinen finally settled down a little bit after the first 3 goals. We ended up, same thing as usual, getting destroyed by 4 or 5 goals being scored. But I mean, he did seem to settle down. He hasn't played a game since last April, I think. So,
well, if you think Kakinen was feeling bad about that game, imagine how Erson feels about this.
I don't think it goes in. So we look at it.
And then sweep it on in.
It's underneath this.
I mean, he could. He couldn't have done any better if he'd tried. Terrible behind the net play, and then knocks it back, and then
crazy.
Oh. But yeah, Erson was not doing too well on that one. It's always some goalies. I mean, I'm not talking about him particularly. It's you see them go out behind the net, and you're going, "Don't."
Right.
Just don't.
We used to do that all the time before the trapezoid, which I really wish they would get rid of the freaking trapezoid and let goalies play again. Hockey was much more fun when the goalie could, if they had any skill, be a part of the play from behind the goal.
Absolutely. And some of them are okay.
That's one of the rules that makes me the most angry with the NHL. I miss the way that play used to happen with some goalies. There were some that made careers out of it. There were others that you were literally screaming at them.
Oh,
get back in the goal.
Stay right there.
Like Steve Dangle. If you're a goalie, tend the goal.
So, this is another goalie incident, or it's a lengthy clip. We have stream taken down for this.
Bennington being a bitch.
The Blues and Blues were not doing too well against Ottawa. 7-1 down already, and our favorite player, Bennington, is having a bitch fit again.
Yep, decides to go around and get involved.
Yeah, so he
because
gets
he thinks he's
involved.
special.
Like, why is he getting involved in the first place? What are you doing? Gets dragged away, and then he's like pissed off. He's not the center of attention. Of course, this is the problem. And at the other end, Allmark's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Ullmark does start to come out.
Ooh. He does.
Bennington trying to act like he's tough.
Allmark's just, I mean, Allmark's kind of bored. These teams winning 7-1. So
He'd reshape Bennington's nose.
This was a very satisfying.
Ullmark is huge compared to Bennington.
Yeah. I don't know if we've got. Oh, have I not got the actual fight? Oh shit! Ah, that's all I've got.
There wasn't one.
Oh, I thought he actually went out.
No, they didn't end up doing anything.
He challenged him, but they didn't do anything. All right, I was getting all excited when he said he reshaped his nose.
No, I said Ullmark would reshape his nose. Ullmark's Bennington's a skinny little bitch.
Yeah, but Ullmark was taunting him there, heavily taunting him. Like, come on.
Well, I've got a weird one from goalie situation since we're on goalies. So let's check this one out. Something I don't think I've seen in hockey. I've seen it in baseball and softball, but not in hockey. He stops the puck with his eye hole.
Oh, right, yeah. He's
like
trying to be a
wedged
pirate.
in there perfect.
Trying to be a pirate. An eye patch.
Look how tightly wedged that thing is. They're both yanking on it and couldn't get it out for the first few yanks.
Thankfully, the helmet was well constructed. Otherwise, I would have been through there. Yeah.
But yeah, I've never seen that. Not in hockey. I've seen it in baseball where, like a catcher gets, rocked in the face and it sticks in on some of the older catchers' masks.
I could just see him in the dressing room after. Oh, boys, I played for that.
Well, he's giggling like a schoolgirl after that. Like, you see that?
yeah, look what I did that. I meant to do that.
Yeah, Mike says you can't put those kinds of eye holes in the helmets anymore in Canada.
No, not anymore. That's right.
Well, this was probably, well, I'm assuming it's college.
It's college. I can't read the jersey, but there's Milwaukee beer up there, but that could mean anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was an interesting one. Hadn't seen that before.
No.
A lot of time watching hockey without seeing a puck stuck there. I've seen it get stuck in the pants, the pads, everywhere else, never in the mask.
We've seen a few players catch the puck with their face, but not goalies normally.
Yeah. Well, we saw one catch it in the back of the neck last week.
That's right, Brent Burns. That was a block. He meant to block that with his neck.
Yeah, I don't know about the with his neck, but yes, he meant to block.
Yeah. So I have, this is one I just randomly grabbed from old hockey cards on Twitter, one of our favorite feeds. We have these great hockey feeds that serve up all this great stuff. And I don't even know. It's just Keith Magnuson versus Gary Howard, 1973. So make of that what you will for me. I don't remember.
It looks like an NES game the way it is right now.
However, it's a fairly... I mean, I love the first throwdown. They had no names on the back of the jerseys. How old is that?
Did he just do an attempted bitch slap in the middle of that?
He did try. Now they're going to have sex. Oh. He's got an elbow infection from a previous fight. So who knows about those? Who are those players and what are those teams? I can't even tell from the jerseys. I mean, I wasn't watching the game in 73.
Could be Montreal.
It could be.
Could be Montreal and the Blackhawks.
I don't know.
I don't think you ever see a logo. Yeah, it's definitely the Blackhawks. Look at
It's
the
the
red
Hawks.
logo.
Okay, so it's the Hawks. 1973, and it's the Hawks. I just cannot make out the other. It could be Montreal.
The colors could be the Rangers. It could be Montreal.
We're not even getting a look at the front of his jersey at any point.
Nope, it's the Canadians. You could see
Yeah.
the C when he spun around, just a portion of the C.
The good old hockey game.
The beautiful sport.
The beautiful sport. That was a really nice fight. Never seen that one before. Good one.
I'm out of clips. So.
I got two more. So as we've said, the Sharks are back, baby. Are they back tonight? Though I haven't checked in the score. We will in a minute. 3 games in a row. I haven't grabbed a bunch of clips, but here's at least one clip to celebrate their sort of return.
He maybe puts this into the back of the net.
Oops, I just need to turn the volume down a bit. There we go. Let's start again. So Zetterlund here.
Puts this into the back of the net.
Nice sequence. Chaos.
The earlier
yeah, I remember watching this one.
Yeah.
Just
There's like 10 things going on.
He maybe puts this into the back of the net. And there's a later, the earlier chance.
Chaos theory.
There you can see it just tries to.
And Anderson doing the cute into the net, just into the knock the net off with the other team's player, just in case.
Right.
The Sharks are getting excited. They're coming back.
I believe the Sharks are down 2-1.
Let me just check that.
In the third.
Scores. Tonight's scores. I know that the Knights and the Utah are 3 each now. Although it says 3. Yeah, it's just updated. 3 each. And it still says 1 each here. Canucks and Sharks.
Refresh.
420.
At 4:16, I'm showing 1-2.
Okay. They've not updated ESPN's feed yet.
Yeah, but it's only 6 seconds off.
Apparently, the Stars are now.
It must have just happened. Yeah, last played DeBrusk goal.
Don't believe what you read here. The Stars are 6-4 up against the Panthers.
So yeah, the last play was a Vancouver goal. Maybe they're reviewing it or something, and they don't want to put it on the.
It's not
on the board yet.
Oh, I wish it wouldn't do that. There you go. It's updated.
There it goes.
2-1. So the Sharks' glorious run is over. Probably. Hey, Davina. Good evening. And Basco's here. Good evening, Basco. Kitty Bear.
Kitty Bear.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that a snow dub raid, perhaps? I don't. Could be.
It's a little late for that.
Couldn't make it on snow tonight, but I did have one more, and it's a commercial.
Nice.
It's a Sidney Crosby Pittsburgh Penguins commercial. I don't think I'd seen it, but it says in honor of Fleury night, Fleury's return, and it was all very emotional. Lots of hugging and kissing, which is normal for the Penguins, of course. There's a commercial to be seen, so let's. Oops, loud.
Hi, Sid.
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
Bye, Sid.
Quite neat. The rubber mask. It's very Mission Impossible.
Steals all the sticks.
The best hockey commercial ever made. I don't know about that, but it is pretty good. It is pretty good.
No, the best one ever was a Geico commercial. We've played it multiple times.
Played it, yeah.
Where the guy gets the stick in his arm and goes, I think I got a splinter.
That's right. Yeah.
And there's the whole hockey stick sticking through his arm.
There's let me just get this off the screen. There's a few of those though, isn't there? That was one with the stick through the arm. There's some other ones, but yeah.
That was actually one of the first commercials we showed when we started pulling all the old commercials, because that was the one that sticks out in my mind most, and it's funny because it's a freaking Geico commercial. But
I know. I'm just going to go looking for that.
Good luck finding it. It's way back there.
Well, I theoretically in my OneDrive, my Google Drive, had them all painstakingly named, but I don't see any called Geico. Shit.
Well, it'd be one of the oldest ones in there.
Hang on. I've got Braden Holtby, Geico. I don't think it's that one. But what the hell, we'll play that one anyway.
Could be.
All right, hang on. I just got to... I'm just going to do it this way.
Splinter,
I'm just going to do it this way. Oh, it doesn't work.
No, it's not this one.
It's not that one, no. And it won't play for me.
On the ice.
I can't get it to play for me. Is it playing for you?
It keeps pausing.
Yeah, it keeps pausing.
But it may be playing for the... I mean, anything that's preloaded back here.
NHL
Mux has trouble with it.
Star goalie Braden Holtby is incredible at making saves.
I think it's pausing for everybody out there too.
Maybe.
Order up.
The ESPN.
It's still funny though. Misses everything.
We also really like the Sedin twins as male strippers.
That's
okay, Braden.
No, this one's just freezing all the time, I think, for everyone.
Time for your lunch break.
Leave the savings to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or
that's frustrating. That's a shame.
more on car insurance.
Oh, well.
I am going to attempt something that I haven't done for those that are over on my stream. We're going to be ending here in a little bit, but I'm going to try to redirect over to Zach's and the Circle of Jerks tonight. If you don't want to go there, of course you don't have to, but I'm going to see if I can get a redirect to work because we've been trying to mess around with that.
I might try that too.
Because me and Zach's are buddies.
I redirect him.
Novella Princess.
I redirect to him on Wednesday nights now because that's when my live show is now every week.
Yeah.
So I'm now redirecting to him on a Wednesday night. So let's see if I can do it tonight. Circle of Jerks.
Then maybe I'll just go on his panel if if it works.
we should just actually just start streaming his stream on here.
Stream snipe him.
No, I've got to figure out how to do it.
You've got to go into YouTube Studio, then go to Content, then hover over it, go to that video, edit, go to Customization, and then go all the way down until you get to Redirect.
Yeah, I get it. See, this year live, we're getting a live tutorial on how to do this stuff.
Well, I just taught everybody for your Wednesday stream and your private DM group, so
yeah,
I figured I should probably try it.
And I used it, and it worked.
Good.
So, customization, redirect. He's going to get some fun then.
So, what do you have going on the rest of the week, sir?
Right. So, obviously, it's a quiet week. Nothing's happening
not the
anywhere.
Rest of the week. Next week, I guess. Because
nothing's happening anywhere in the world. It's a quiet week. Yeah. I was trying to get a couple of videos done today and I never got around to it for various reasons. So I'll probably have those done tomorrow. One is about the Sabaton movie I went to, and then another one about a couple of Korean movies I've seen recently, which have, my vast audience of 12 people that watch Korean films love. Monday night Meltdown. I'm assuming it's going to happen on Comics' show. That might be wild. Yeah. Tuesday, it might be a break for Toxic Tuesday, next channel, because I think for various reasons that's a night off.
I think everybody will be off that night.
Yeah, Wednesday. Well, I'm a Canadian. What does it matter to me? We're all screwed here anyway. Wednesday night, my show will be one of our cult comedy crew shows. Figured everyone's going to need a laugh, so we're going to talk about possibly the most beloved and famous comedy movie, or one of them all time. Monty Python and the Holy Grail will be the topic. So it'll just be 2 hours of us reciting the entire movie. Hey, novella. So that's my early week. How about you?
Well, it's going to be a busy week. So tomorrow we've got the bullpen, 10:30 a.m. Mountain, and that will be the election preview. Me and Chad will be giving our predictions, doing an election map. To give you a sneak peek, I'm going with Trump 312. I'm going with 54 Senate seats and solid control of the House. But we'll be doing that tomorrow morning. Then, of course, we've got the Monday Night Meltdown on Comics' channel. And then Tuesday night, we've got a huge lineup so far. We'll be doing the election night stream on my channel, The Bullpen. We'll have me, Little Chad, Comics Division, Carrie Smith, Culture Casino, Slender Dad, Brandon Morris, Mad Cheesemo, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Mike Harlow, The Shagsworth, Adam Krigler, and Brian Grotner. I believe we're also going to have George Molo of George the Giant Slayer coming in, and possibly a few others. So we're going to have a huge panel watching the election. We're going to hopefully go until we have a winner. But I don't know that there's going to be a winner on Tuesday night. I think the key thing to watch is if Pennsylvania falls early, then the dominoes all start falling. Because without Pennsylvania, she really doesn't have a chance. And at the moment, all of the polling that I am looking at from legit pollsters like Atlas and Rasmussen and a few of the others are showing Trump well up in Pennsylvania and +2 or +3 in the national electoral college vote. So I think I'm going to have a good night. And hopefully for the country's sake, it is a landslide one way or another so that it can be a cooling off period. But we'll see. And election night will be interesting. We've already had a few lawsuits from the Republicans about how some of the polling places have been dealt with, and the Republicans have won those lawsuits. So
I think the stream should go until the first major urban city burns down.
So Baltimore or Chicago.
Yes. Till the first one is burnt down on that night, that's when you should
Yeah, we're joking, but seriously, I'm not sure how much of a joke it is. If Trump gets in and it's obvious, I think well, there was a reason in the last election that every major blue city was boarding up all of its windows and doors in every area that they could. And it wasn't because Trump supporters were going to go riot. So we'll see what happens, but that's what's coming up. That'll be it should be a very fun stream. Hopefully everything in the election kind of goes off without a hitch. I'm expecting there's going to be some issues, but we'll see what happens. At this point, I voted on Thursday and dragged my wife, my daughter, my son-in-law, and my mother-in-law all to vote. So I've done what I can, and I've been bugging friends that I haven't talked to for 2 or 3 years to go do it. And
well, I should point out that I'm Canadian and British, and I've already voted 18 times in Wisconsin. So,
well, technically, if you just visit, you can, because it's not like they're IDing anybody for these things anymore. So,
yeah. Anyway,
that's
why I'm having a cult comedy crew on Wednesday night. We can have a laugh, despite everything.
Well, and Jimmy Kimmel needs to be put in prison for doing exactly the joke. Yeah, exactly the joke that somebody on the right was put in prison for. So
different, isn't it?
Is it?
It's different.
Yeah. Well, I think the election is going to come down to the New York government decided to kill a freaking squirrel today. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Or yesterday, but
that squirrel was armed to the teeth.
Yes. I imagine at Trump's rallies for the rest of the, today and tomorrow and Monday, he's just going to be like, he was one of the best squirrels. He was a great squirrel. Everybody said he was great.
It was huge squirrel.
His name was Peanut.
Marshall Peanut.
And they killed him. They killed him for no reason. Peanut. Just like Harambe. So.
That's right. I saw it in the Squirrel Channel.
Yeah. What are we coming to when the government is literally like, no, we're not going to get rid of any of the illegals in your city, but we'll come and kill your pet
We'll send
squirrel.
6 armed agents into your house to kill a squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's just a demonstration of how our government's working right now under a certain group of leadership, that's what they're concerned with and not the major issues of the country. But that's a lot of stuff, but that's what we've got going on this week.
The Knights have just won in overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just won in overtime. So.
Well, that sucks.
It does. It sucks badly. You know, nobody asked for that. This is being forced on us.
San Jose did manage to get another goal, but still lost. So they must have gotten one while they had the empty net and then got an empty netter put back on them.
Right,
or
suckers.
No, it would have been empty net happened.
Well,
to put the team up 2, and then they probably got one with an empty net because you wouldn't still be empty net if you had tied it. So
yeah, well, that's true. You wouldn't do that.
That would not make sense.
They lost 4-2 in the end.
I've got 3-2.
3. Sorry, it's 4-2 for the 4-3 Knights, 3-2 Canucks. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the Canucks must have gotten an empty netter there at the end, and then San Jose stayed empty net, managed to get one, but that's still not enough. So
that's very convoluted. Couldn't they have just lost normally?
Well, they lost.
Anyway, unlucky to them. Their streak is broken, but at least they put up a good fight. And it sucks that the Knights won, but never mind.
Yep. So
right.
Hope to see everybody tomorrow morning at the bullpen. And yeah, I understand that there are a ton of people going to be streaming on Tuesday night, but just check in with us every now and then. So
not me. I'll be chilling.
Yeah. Well, there's the other 100 streams that are going on. I just want to be a little part of everybody's night. So
I know. Well, I'm sure it'll be great, mate. You've got a good lineup there. It would be great if you were promoted on bigger channels on major shows, but never mind.
Well, I mean, comics promoted it on Friday Night Tights, but didn't manage to mention me as the host.
Right. Everybody else is on there, but not you.
He asked all the guests and then just didn't mention me and Little Chad as the host of the chat. Yeah. Well, I mean, we are going to simulcast with comics, so
right.
It'll be there too.
Fair enough.
I'm the one throwing everything together, so give me a view, people.
Indeed. Give Brahma a view. He's begging you.
Yes.
Well, good luck with that. Yeah, so I'll catch you somewhere in the next couple of days, I'm sure.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody.
Sounds like a plan. Hope everybody has a great night. Here's
Thanks,
an intro as an outro.